9 races to go. Will the freeway title fight continue? We certainly hope so. Welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager series. And yes, we currently have a freeway title fight for this 2028 championship. And we have 9 races to go. The next one being COTA in 18 days. So we may well have some new designs on this car. But as I mentioned there, we have a freeway title fight at the moment. Our driver, Kimi Antonelli, now leads the championship by 12 points over Max Verstappen. Then 20 points behind Verstappen is Leclerc. So he is 32 points off his teammate. Coming off the back of a great win and pole position for Leclerc in Austria. 3 race wins this year for Charles. Same as his teammate Kimi Antonelli. Max Verstappen currently has 4. So these 3 drivers dominating the season. And if you haven't seen the previous races and you want to catch up on this series, do check out the Maserati playlist. And of course, do subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and then you'll be made aware of when we drop each of these episodes. And if you can do me a massive favor and smash that like button. But yeah, very interesting for us. It would be nice if we do get this freeway title fight all the way through the season. It'd be very interesting and exciting, especially if we can keep it going till the final race of the season. And at the very least, our 2 drivers battling each other for that final race of the season to become a world champion. But we'll see how that goes. Constructors were looking very good. Red Bull have had a couple of poor performances in the hands of Liam Lawson last couple of races. So that's allowed us to extend our gap. So if we continue with this form, we should wrap up our consecutive back-to-back Constructors Championships. We do have a regulation vote for the 2029 season, and this is something that we increased back in, was it 26 or 27 was the gearbox, ERS and engine limit. They want to decrease it again, but I'm going to vote against that. And our technical chief, Andrea De Zordo, has confirmed he's happy to renew his contracts. That's good news. And even more good news for the staff. Andrea Benizzi has gone up from 86 to 87 overall. And we have the sporting regulation vote result. And they've only gone and voted for it, haven't they? For all the big teams, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes have voted for, along with Williams and Aston Martin. So it means they'll reduce the engine, ERS and gearbox for next year. In terms of design work, the side pods and suspension that we're waiting for actually aren't going to be ready until after COTA. So the car will be the same as we had in Austria. And we're ready for that race in COTA now. So 9th for hire for Charles Leclerc in terms of race target, 15th for hire for Kimi Antonelli. Let's get into practice and I'll join you just before Q1. Practice in COTA completed then, and it's a perfect setup for Kimi Antonelli at 100%. A little bit off for Charles Leclerc at 92%, but as always, they are very high on their driver confidence as we head into a wet Q1. Yeah, so it's going to be a wet Q1, a little bit dry towards the end of the session, but we'll get a banker out straight away. And that is get a banker out with a B, not a W. No disrespecting Antonelli or Leclerc there. Esteban Ocon has had a crash here. I think he's kept it going though. So let's have a look what's happened here for Ocon. Ooh, slightly odd.
What was that, honestly? Oh.
Okay, we're coming towards the end of this Q1 session. Looks like we're going to be safely through on our first laps, but we are improving on the second laps. But yes, we are safely through, judging by those that have finished below us. Let's say we should be going quicker. Behrman has got some pace again here today. And we're right behind our Haas as Antonelli goes quickest. And Leclerc replaces him. He must have been getting a tow because he's done that by nearly 7 tenths. But that is us safely through to Q2 then. Into Q2. And again, it's going to drop around the halfway stage. So we'll just wait for that rain level to drop. Okay, into Q2. And I think we've got a relatively clear track. Although Leclerc is getting... is that Stroll, I think, in the Audi maybe? But yeah, it looks relatively clear. And we have done a 27.9 purple in the first sector. 28 flat for Antonelli, so very close between our 2 teammates there. 41.7, yeah, it's very close. About a 10th in favour to Leclerc, I'd say, at the moment. But it is very tight, and this should put us safely through into Q3, and we probably won't need to run again, I'd say, in this session. Verstappen currently in P11, so he needs a clean lap, because he'll be down to P13 once our boys finish their laps. And Antonelli, just this left-hander to do then. And now as he heads to the line, this should hopefully be P1. And it is indeed. And here comes Leclerc. Will he replace him? Or has Antonelli had a good final sector? Leclerc does replace him by a 10th. Checkered flag then. And Behrman's gone quickest again. Verstappen set a quicker time. And Antonelli is down to P6 now. But we have had 2 below us finished. So hopefully he's going to be safely through. There's a 3rd one below us. I think he's pretty good. I don't think anyone's going quicker. Sure, they're on any flying laps. They're not. So we're safely through to Q3. Q3 then. And again, it's going to dry out about halfway through. So we'll wait for that again. Okay, we're into Q3. And has Verstappen finished his lap? No, he's not. I was going to say that he's very low down the order. We set our fast times, but now this is kind of best of the track. But no purple sector through there. 27.8 for Leclerc, 27.8 for Antonelli. So very close between our two drivers. And it's currently a Ferrari 1-2 as we have it, but not everyone has finished their laps. But that would be a mega result for Ferrari. They've not been up there for a while. Middle sector, not purple again. It's a 41.78. 41.662. So it looks like Antonelli is going to get the better of Leclerc in this final run. Verstappen puts it up to P3, but can't disrupt the two Ferraris. And it looks like we're not going to disrupt the Ferraris either because we haven't set any purple sectors. But let's see, as Leclerc, looks like he's going to be a tenth or two behind Antonelli in this final run. Unless he's had a really good final sector. He heads to the line then. Where does Leclerc go? He goes to P4, can't get ahead of Verstappen. Antonelli goes to P2. So it's going to be Perez pole, Antonelli second, Russell third, Verstappen fourth, and Leclerc fifth. So the top three in the Drivers' Championship, all in that top five, but none of them secure pole and the pole position point. And there we have it then, Perez on pole, then it's Kimi Antonelli, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Tsunoda, Behrman, Bortoletto, and Piastri completes the top 10. Okay, this is how we're going for this one then. Kimi Antonelli starts P2. He's going for a two-stopper, the old traditional soft, medium, soft. Leclerc starting a little bit further down, so he's going to go for an aggressive first stint, and he's going for a free stopper. Soft, medium, medium, soft is the way for Charles. Let's see how it works out as we start this Grand Prix in COTA. Here we go then, it's going to be Sergio Perez to get us away from pole. Kimi Antonelli, P2, can he jump? That looks like it'll be a very, very good start from Kimi Antonelli. Could he be in P1 off the start here? Perez having a better second phase of it, but we've got the inside on Perez. But it's very tight through there, and Perez will just about hold on to it. Max Verstappen with his teammate, Perez's teammate, George Russell, but Russell holds on to that, and Leclerc stays P5. Does he know he's with Max Verstappen? He's past Max Verstappen. Big move from Charles Leclerc early on there. And he is ahead of Max Verstappen. That is key for his strategy today, because he's going aggressive on this first stint, and Leclerc has got one overtake done. Yeah, Max fighting with Russell left him a little bit out of position, and Leclerc sweeps round and takes P4 off him. Tyres everyone in this top 10 on the softs apart from Perez on the mediums, so it's probably key that Antonelli tries to get past him, as it looks like Leclerc is going to move past George Russell, and Leclerc absolutely flying early on here. Antonelli, is he going to get the job done on Sergio Perez here? Yep. Looks like he might. It's a long old run down to this corner. Antonelli for the lead of this race. Can't get it done. Perez holds him off. And the man now behind Kimi Antonelli is his teammate Charles Leclerc. And Antonelli, before this DRS, looks like he's going to get the move done on Perez. He will.
Try to recover.
And I think Perez will not have any DRS. So it looks like this could be us into a 1-2 here. DRS open for Antonelli, try and hold on the position. Leclerc's coming around the outside. Inside, of Perez. And Leclerc is into P2. What a start to the race this is from Charles Leclerc. But Perez is not going to give that up easy. And it looks like Perez might have it back, but Leclerc fighting him hard now on this insider double left-hander. And Leclerc is into P2. It's Antonelli then that leads. It's Leclerc P2, Perez P3, Verstappen 4th and Russell 5th. But Leclerc has made 3 overtakes in 2 laps here. And he is absolutely flying. And now he's all over his teammate. And Leclerc might be moving into the leader's race. DRS assisted. Charles Leclerc leads in COTA. What a start it's been for him.
Mode defend.
Verstappen up the inside of Antonelli. Can Antonelli fight him off here? He'll have the inside here. Can just about, but Max might send it down the inside here. Max Verstappen is sending it down the inside there. Kimi Antonelli trying to stay with him, but Max Verstappen is through into P2 then.
You're okay.
Max looking for the move now on Leclerc. Nothing doing. Got DRS open though. And Max Verstappen for the first time today is going to lead this race, is he? No, not quite. Leclerc's still there with him. They're side by side. But Max Verstappen is going to sweep round the outside and Max leads this race then. Right, DRS. This looks like a better opportunity for Leclerc. He's alongside Max Verstappen. He's passing Max Verstappen. Looks like a Ferrari's got past Antonelli and Antonelli's out wide. That is not ideal. And Antonelli down to P4. Max having a go even before the DRS. That's going to help him pull away with the DRS. Might just deploy some battery here. Might have just missed that. But Max is going to be straight past us here. Antonelli, DRS. Yeah, Max Verstappen back to P1. And we've got Russell trying to overtake Leclerc. Leclerc should be able to hold him off there. And he has. Yeah, look how tight this... It's 4 seconds between 1st to 10th. This is very DRS train heavy here today. Antonelli coming back in the Ferrari because Russell's just lost out the DRS to Leclerc and Verstappen. And that means Antonelli will swoop on the inside and back into P3. Right, here comes Leclerc then into the pit for his first of 3 stops today. Hopefully it's a nice clean stop. Oh, it's 1.8, nearly into the 1.7s. That must be the quickest stop we've ever achieved. I know we've been in the 1.8s before. I'm not sure we've done a 1.8 flat. And where are we going to come out? There's Lawson. Going to be just behind this 3 cars, which is not going to be nice. Yeah, that is not ideal, let's be honest. That is not ideal. All right, Leclerc is behind Ocon, Hadjar, and Lawson. Hadjar should be pitting soon. But Leclerc is going to have to be very aggressive on the overtaking here. Because he's going to lose a lot of time. Go on, Leclerc. You're going to have to send that. You're going to have to send it, Charles. He is sending it. Good work from Charles Leclerc there.
Behind you have Perez.
He needed to do that.
Perez, 3 seconds.
As Russell has got past Antonelli. Antonelli back down to P3. Leclerc, what can he do here? Can he send it on the Williams? Will it be too late? Yeah, he's not quite going to get that done, is he? Right, what we need here is Hadjar to come into the pits. This is what can wreck it when you do an extra stop. Right, Colapinto and Bortoletto both in the Mercedes.
Our window is open.
Copy.
Antonelli is about 2 laps away. Leclerc, I thought he was going around the outside there. Can he send it on the inside here? Hadjar is coming into the pits. Round the outside of Albon. They're both going to have DRS. Leclerc is going to get it done. So Leclerc gets past Albon, gets past the traffic. He's past Colapinto and Bortoletto, who stopped as well, so no danger of them getting past him. And Leclerc is on his way. Right, Antonelli has dropped away from both Russell and Verstappen here. Right, Leclerc has caught up with Liam Lawson, but I don't know if he's close enough to make a move here. We're gaining. Gotta send it, Charles. Charles is sending it, and Charles is through into P10, so not losing any time behind Lawson. Behrman and Pourchaire into the pits, and everyone ahead of Leclerc, the top 9 yet to stop. Antonelli is back on the top 3 here. Here comes Kimi Antonelli, then Russell is in at the same time. Verstappen stayed out. So this is going to be a tight fight between Russell, Antonelli, and Leclerc, who's already made his stop. 1.8 again. Oh, the team is loving that. And are we going to jump Russell in the pits? No, he's just released ahead of us. But here comes Leclerc, who I think is going to get both of them here, isn't he? Going to be tight, but I think Leclerc is past them. He is. There they are. Charles Leclerc, the undercut, has worked well from there. He's into P6. And Sainz has got the undercut on Russell and Antonelli as well there.
We have Russell in front.
Right, Max Verstappen is now into the pits then. That's a nice clean stop as he's on to another set of softs. But where will he filter out here? Gasly, Perez and Mick Schumacher all in. So this is for the lead of this race now. No, it's not because Norris has stayed out, sorry. But Leclerc is past Verstappen. What about Antonelli and Russell, though? There is Verstappen. There's Antonelli. There's Russell. There's Colapinto. And Verstappen is behind all of them. So after all that, Norris is currently leading, but he's not stopped yet. Albon's yet to pit as well, so he needs to get out of this as Russell is moving past him. As Sainz, though, is legitimately in the top 3 here at the moment for Aston. And Colapinto the same ahead of Verstappen. So, work to do for Antonelli and Verstappen in this race. As Albon is not going to stop this lap, so Antonelli needs to be getting past him.
Yeah, copy. Copy.
Can he send it a long way back there? I don't think he can, Antonelli. So we stay as we are. Oh, we just jump on board with Antonelli. He's finally through on Alex Albon then. And it looks like Colapinto's going to get him as well. It's going to be a bit of a drag between those two.
Let's go.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
Right then, you can take a look.
So just into the corner before the DRS, Antonelli has sent it down the inside of Albon. And he's got him. Colapinto on the outside. So it looks like Albon's losing out 2 positions there. Well, they might just fend off Colapinto. Max Verstappen trying to have a look as well on Albon. He can't, so that's frustrating for Verstappen. It's good news for Antonelli, though. Antonelli, can he do what he done to Albon and get it done here before the DRS? That's what he's trying to achieve. And it looks like he's done it. He will get the DRS as well. And Sainz will have no DRS, so that should be Antonelli good now for P4. And he can chase down Russell, and Russell is chasing down Charles Leclerc. And Leclerc is now on Lando Norris. He's yet to stop. All right, Lando Norris is staying out, so Charles Leclerc is going to have to get this one done now. Should be easy work. He's all over him. DRS opens now. As George Russell sets the fastest lap of the race, he is flying. And Leclerc is past Norris then. Yeah, I'd say Russell is pushing hard. And he's arrived on Charles Leclerc. George Russell on the hard tyres. Surely on a 2-stop though, but Leclerc would have liked to have been ahead of him before this next stop. Leclerc stopping lap 27, so he's only got 5 more laps to go. At the moment, it doesn't look like anyone's got the pace of George Russell. Russell has developed a mechanical fault. That's not good for him to try and win this race, but Charles Leclerc's into the pits. Antonelli may well make a move for the lead of this race, but let's check the stop. 1.8 second stop so far today. It's a slow 1.9 there. Antonelli up the inside of George Russell. Antonelli now leads the race. Where does Leclerc come out? Going to be behind a lot of traffic, isn't it? Oh, this is
Good job.
not going to be nice for him. Carlos Sainz has got an under... No, Carlos Sainz just still hasn't stopped. He's just tumbled down the order. Yeah, again, not good for Charles Leclerc. That's a lot of traffic now. But a lot of them are on, you know, Sainz, Behrman, Bortoleto. We should be able to clear relatively easy because they're used a lot of tyre life. Mick Schumacher right behind us, 64%. That should be fine. We'll just use a bit of battery to keep him at bay. Antonelli's not due to stop till lap 40. Leclerc is gaining heavily on Carlos Sainz, and this should be the first move already completed. No DRS there. But that was easy work on Carlos Sainz, so no time lost there whatsoever. Leclerc has got Behrman. We just missed it, but I think this is before the start-finish straight. Yes, it is. Straight on the inside there. Actually, it was the penultimate. It was the corner before the penultimate corner there, so good work from Charles. And he's into P10. He's now 1.8 off Gasly and Bortoletto. So if Bortoletto pits, that will help us out massively. And then we're coming up to another big old DRS train. It's going to be hard work for Charles, I think. Here we go then. Gasly has DRS on Bortoletto. Bortoletto doesn't get DRS, I don't believe. No, he doesn't. We're going to pull out nice and early. That's going to block Gasly in. This could be 2 positions in 1 here for Charles Leclerc. This is going to be 2 positions in 1. That is great work from Charles Leclerc, losing no time whatsoever to navigate those first 4 positions. But now he's got another 4, and this might be even more difficult. We need to try and send one on the final corner again. That's the best chance, because the DRS isn't really going to help. Can we get close enough to Teo and send one down the inside on the final corner? Gaining, we might be able to, you know. This is where we need it. Pull out now, Charles. Yes. Oh, Charles is flying. He's listening and he's doing it all. Charles Leclerc into P7. Now it's just Perez, Colapinto and Piastri, and he'll be in clean air. Right, the battle with Pocher is over, but Leclerc has also got Perez here. Perez getting very tight on that apex. And Leclerc squeezes through then. Where is he now? Can he get... If he can get Colapinto, Piastri would be easy. Need to send it on this final corner again. Yes. Come on, Charles. That is it. Force him out wide as well. Lovely. He's not coming back at us. And he'll have the DRS now. Not much battery, but DRS enabled for us. And this should be Charles Leclerc into P4. He's alongside Oscar Piastri, and he is into P4. Good work from Leclerc, but how much time has he lost there? We shall see. He's only 9 seconds off Verstappen. He is 14 seconds off the lead. As Verstappen is into the pits, Antonelli might need to cover that off, you know. You have got another set of mediums. We might have to do that. We might have to cover this off, you know.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Yeah, I think he could probably go next lap, but I think we're going to have to change strategy because Max Verstappen will get the undercut us on here. Leclerc's broken the DRS to Piastri, 12 seconds, 13 seconds off the leaders. Antonelli can attack now. Worth stating that Leclerc's got 10 seconds on Verstappen, but he will need to stop again, of course, Leclerc. And this is going to be Antonelli's last stop of the day. Got back past Russell, and he's built a 1.3 second gap as we push for our in-lap. And here we go, Antonelli switching to go over to the mediums then, just to cover off Max Verstappen. That's a 1.9 second stop for us, so it's been very quick from the pit crew. Surely we've got the first and second quickest stops today with those 1.8s. Probably not too far away with the 1.9s. Gasly into the pits as well. 20 laps to go. Where is Max Verstappen? There he is. And it's going to be pretty close, isn't it? But Antonelli is going to stay out in front. So Max Verstappen, the undercut doesn't work. And Antonelli holds on then. But now he's got to get past Colapinto. His tyres are pretty much used and abused though. So this should be pretty easy work.
Full overtake available.
He wants to get it done quickly though. Put a couple of cars between Verstappen and allow Verstappen to lose some time. Verstappen's used 6% more tyre life than... Antonelli thought about it there and he couldn't get it done. Russell leads by 8 seconds on Leclerc. Leclerc is now due to stop lap 42. Another 6 laps. But Antonelli's going to get past both Colapinto and Piastri there, and that could really help him with Max Verstappen here, because unless they pit, which Colapinto might pit to be fair, he's already pulled a second on Piastri, so that's a second and a half to Max. Here comes George Russell. I'm expecting now Antonelli and Verstappen to clear Russell. I don't think that stint's going to work for Russell staying out longer there. Is Colapinto going to come into the pits? We hope not, ideally. Although Max looks like he's already passed him, so it don't really matter, and he is going to come into the pits. Antonelli has put 2 seconds on Max Verstappen, I think, there. Here comes Russell. Antonelli is now on Perez. He's moving past Perez. Russell is there, and he is going to be behind Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli.
You are doing a good job.
Russell has got 9% tyre margin on Verstappen, though. 4% on Antonelli. So Russell might still have a chance, but he's 3 seconds back. Verstappen is nearly 3 seconds off Antonelli because of that traffic. And he's got to get past Perez yet, so worked well in that phase for Kimi Antonelli. Max Verstappen is absolutely flying. And he's into the DRS. He has got 7% a worse tyre life than Antonelli. So I think with Antonelli, we just go top up. We don't push the tyres too hard. And yes, Max Verstappen will get past us. But hopefully we'll keep with him, keep the tyres in a better window, and be able to come back at him later on in this race. As I say, we've got 7% margin. If we can get a full battery on the go, that's going to be hard for Verstappen. Leclerc's got a 6-second lead. Still needs to pit, though. So Leclerc's got overtaking to do. Norris is going to box shortly. I think Norris will box before him. So Leclerc will be back out into P4. And he'll have to overtake Russell, Verstappen, and Antonelli if he wants to win this race. Here comes Max Verstappen, though. Another fastest lap. That's 2 fastest laps in a row as he's flying at the moment, and he's going to move into P1. But as I say, we just want Antonelli to stay with him for now. It looks like it might be difficult for Leclerc to now win this race. Depends what his pace is like at the end, but yeah, I think that's a long way back from Leclerc personally, but we'll see. Here he comes. Russell is certainly out of the fight. He's dropped 10 seconds off this battle. Leclerc for his final stop of the day. And he's about to lose the lead of this race. 1.81 though, a lovely stop. The stops have been phenomenal today. And here comes Antonelli on Verstappen again. Where is Russell? He'll be past Leclerc, won't he? Just about though.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
Yeah, so work to do now for Charles Leclerc in his final 15 laps, but he is on the soft tyre, and he's got a lot of juice in that tyre to use. 10 laps to go. Charles Leclerc has arrived on George Russell. Antonelli, who's got past Verstappen, has extended that gap now to 5 seconds, so it looks like he's covered Verstappen off there for now. But here comes Leclerc. This is going to be for a podium place, P3, but he really wants a little bit more pace and trying to get to Verstappen at least. But he's going to lose ground in the Drivers' Championship to his teammate at this rate, unless he's got pure pace at the end here. Oh, there we go. That was easy work. Leclerc past Russell then into P3. 3 laps to go. We've got to Max Verstappen, but we have used all our battery here. So it's not the greatest position we're in here. Antonelli's certainly going to win the race. We're not going to catch him. It's 4 seconds behind. But can we beat Max Verstappen here? I'm going to try and stay with him across this lap. It's down to 40% on his mediums. We're down to 41% on our soft. We could probably go light. Let's just get that bit of fuel back as well, because we don't want to be running out of fuel today. They were not in the best position here to challenge.
Yeah, copy.
I probably want to leave it for this next lap. We'll get DRS here. Fuel should be good now.
Copy. Yeah, copy.
Right, there goes Max. We were a little bit slow off there with the battery though, weren't we? Very slow. Should start to gain again now.
Copy that.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. We're starting to gain again now. Right, now we just need to stay with him at this phase.
Copy. Yeah, copy that.
Stay with him through here. Half a second. This is good. This is good from Charles. Right. This is good. Pop up here. Final lap. Don't really want to make the move here, but if Charles goes for it, he goes for it. He's having a look on him. Not going to happen there, but now we can attack. Now we need to push like crazy. This is the moment then. This is a final lap. Antonelli is going to win it. It's not going to be by much, is it? We're about 7 tenths behind. Max is pushing. We need to get closer than this, though, with Charles. It's about 6 tenths of a second. Can we make the move out of here? We're using battery. We're going to get DRS. We're pushing hard on the tyres. We're gaining. It's half a second. DRS opens now. And Charles Leclerc take P2 off the Dutchman. He's on the inside. This is going to be very tight between these two. Max Verstappen fighting it hard. Neck and neck. And there is Kimi Antonelli not too far away either. Leclerc round the outside. It's going to be a long way round there, but he's trying his best. And Charles Leclerc is going to do it. He moves past Verstappen to get back to P2. And if we had a few more laps, it would have been very tight between all three of them. But Leclerc had done it. The free stopper, did it work? I'm not sure. He did start P5, don't forget. So he's gone from P5 to P2. Antonelli, though, is going to win this race and extend the championship lead. Antonelli wins it, but Charles Leclerc makes it another 1-2. And Verstappen, P3. There we have it then. Kimi Antonelli up 1 place to win it. Charles Leclerc started P5, finishes P2. Max Verstappen up from 4th to P3. Russell finishes 4th, Perez 5th. So the 1-2 from Ferrari ends up in a 4th, 5th. Not too bad for them. Colapinto, good race for him in Mercedes up 5. Lando up 5 as well for McLaren. Bortoleto 8th, Piastri 9th. And Liam Lawson gets another point from Red Bull up 12 places. Drivers' Championship though. The overall gap from Leclerc to Antonelli does extend to 39 points. But he has taken another 3 out of Verstappen. So, yeah, the top 3 separated by 39 points. But Leclerc getting closer to Verstappen. So Leclerc's job really now in the next couple of races is try and beat his teammate. Even if Verstappen wins the next couple. If Verstappen wins the next 2 and Leclerc was 2nd... and Antonelli 3rd, that would really make this very tight between the top 3. I think this is going to chop and change, but at the moment, it's advantage to Antonelli, then Verstappen in 2nd, and Antonelli now has a 22-point lead in the championship. Leclerc 3rd, 39 points back, so within contention. Lawson 4th, but he is very much dropped out of this and being reined in from those behind him. Russell, good 12 points today, he's up to 5th, Sainz drops to 6th, Perez 7th, Lando Norris 8th, Behrman 9th, Franco Colapinto 10th. The rest of your point scorers so far in 2028. Albon, Piastri, Stroll, Pourchaire, Bortoleto gets 4 points today for Mercedes. He's up 3 places. Tsunoda, Gasly, Schumacher, Maloney, and still K-Mag, Hadjar, and Ocon yet to score. Constructors. I mean, we can't quite say it's in the bag, but it's getting close to, very much because Lawson's form has dropped off a cliff. So, yeah, he was pretty good in the early phases, Lawson. Not so much now. It's looking good for back-to-back constructors for us. Red Bull are 2nd. They're going to finish at least 2nd. Ferrari look good for 3rd. Now they're starting to build a gap on McLaren, but yeah, these other teams could come into it. McLaren have a good weekend. They take 8 points when Williams and Aston Martin don't score, but Mercedes close the gap to those ahead in 7th. No points for Audi, Alpine, and RB or Haas, and that all remains the same. Fastest pit stops, well, it did say it's a 1.8, but it's actually been clocked at a 1.799, and we take the 1st and 2nd quickest stops today, and that puts us straight back on form and at the top of the pit stop competition. And that will bring this one to a close then, and a pretty good result, I would say, considering where we started. Leclerc, did that 3-stopper work? Would it have been better on the 2-stopper? I'm not so sure. He did start in P5, don't forget, so to get back to P2, and only 2 seconds off the lead at the end, not too bad. Antonelli wins it. We maximise the result, but it is advantage to Kimi Antonelli. Max Verstappen, a little bit off the pace these last couple of races. Long may that continue, but as I say, the job now for Leclerc if he wants to win this driver championship. Does still need to finish above Max, of course, in the races, but the next 2-3, the main aim is he needs to be beating his teammate, because at the moment, Kimi leads the championship by 20, and he's got a 39-point lead on Leclerc. So Leclerc's job is try and beat Kimi Antonelli. But at the moment, as we're in the second half of this 2028 season, we are on course for a Constructors and Drivers' Championship double. Max Verstappen's very close, and if we do win the Drivers' Championship, will it be Kimi Antonelli or Charles Leclerc? Of course, let me know in the comments. And if you're not already, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Do like the video, and we'll be back very soon with the next one in this Maserati F1 Manager series.